Hello, hello. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Donna.
We're here sharing what we've learned as women, entrepreneurs, and moms.
All while rocking our curves with confidence.
It's a behind-the-scenes look at our lives and businesses.
And a chance to tell our younger selves, go do the things that scare you.
Celebrating do-overs. Have you celebrated a do-over?
Celebrated a do-over.
What's considered a do-over?
What is?
Coming back to real estate?
Yeah.
Is that a do-over?
I think so. Why wouldn't it be?
I feel like it's a do-over.
I feel like it's a do-over.
I feel if I was the same person today as I was back then, I'd be a different realtor. So it is a do-over. I feel that back then I was always saying yes, maybe. First of all, I didn't have kids, so it was very different. It was just Paul and I was doing a lot of different things, working all the time, working for an agent, not working for an agent, then working by myself. All I had was myself to really worry about. Go. But I feel like I probably said a lot more back then to people, even situations, thinking, like, now you're making me think, see, we're talking, and then I'm like, makes you think, right? Yeah. So thinking about saying yes to a lot of things was probably too much for me. Yeah. Even in like negotiating was a little bit different. I think that being away and coming back and having experiences in life has taught me to be like, no, I'm not going to do that, or that is not how I would run my business this time, or I'm not going to be that gentle with a client. I'm going to be a lot more honest. But I also think that comes from experience in real estate, because I didn't have a lot of experience to talk about
Which
things.
builds that confidence.
Yeah. Like, I always joke, but people are saying, oh, I remember in the 80s, interest rates were like 18%, 19%. I was like, I was 10 playing with Barbie dolls in 1989. Like, not worrying about interest rates on a house.
We had a house.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We were 18, 19 when Sean and I bought our first house with my dad.
What was the interest rate? Do you remember?
It was double digit. Like,
it
started with a 1. I can't remember if it was 13 or 18 or what.
Do you remember what you paid for it?
80,000.
Oh my God.
It was in Sarnia. And that was our first reno house. We did tons of work on that house.
That's crazy cool though.
We laid grass the day we got married because we were coming back to the house before Sean and I left on the
Should have had a grass party.
We did. Well,
not that kind of grass party.
they were out there rolling the grass and bringing picnic tables from the water park to the house for people to sit on.
I've always said that to people. I joke around about that. Like,
they're like, I'm in the house getting dressed, and I'm like, Sean can't see me, and they're out rolling the grass. We just, I think the day before, finished the fence on the side of the yard. Yeah.
And you were 19?
Well, when we bought the house, and then we did all the walls, we did the floors, sanded the floors ourselves. This
awesome.
Is the house where I killed the spider. This was my first spider kill that I remember. And then we tore down a garage. That was super fun, bringing in a big backhoe and tearing down this garage. Was all cement.
You've been buying real estate since 1989.
And those cement bricks, they all went up to the cottage and became the base of the big hobby barn that my dad built.
That's really cool.
So a lot of...
I put my down payment on my first house at 19. That's crazy that you said that. I didn't know that. And I remember how scary that was.
Yeah.
And it was like we just gotten engaged. It was last year of college, and I was like, let's do it because the house won't be ready for a year. And I remember I think the deposit was like $5,000 or something, brand new. And ours was $170,000. And we had to make the decision whether we were going to, because we wanted the end unit, but we're making a decision whether we pay $5,000 for the ensuite or $5,000 for a premium lot. I picked the lot, of course. Location. I can always build a bathroom. And that's what we did. We turned this massive closet into a bathroom. And it's crazy because I looked it up recently. The second bedroom still has Nathan's light in it from when we put up Nathan's light. Like, it was Nathan's bedroom, right? It has this like sunlight from IKEA. And I was like, they did not. And I'm like, yep. Still the same hardwood in the house. Still the same color walls. The bathroom still looks the same. I was like,
they become your little babies.
Oh my God. If I could buy that house, I would buy it. It's probably like 800,000 now. I wouldn't be 800,000
I
for
can't
it.
imagine being
No.
a kid these days trying to buy a house.
No. But for me, 19, we put the down payment, and it was so scary. I was like, oh my God, what are we doing? This is nuts. Paul worked at Ford then. It was great. And I remember when we went to close, I was so new in real estate that I didn't realize you'd get a phantom mortgage, right? Because it was a condo townhouse. And I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, no, you're just going to pay rent. And I'm like, pay rent? Don't I get a mortgage? And they're like, no. It's this. And I remember our lawyer reading the documents. He's like, Melissa, sign the papers. They're charging you like $700 a month rent. And it's supposed to be like the interest rate times. And at that time, interest was, when we bought our house, it was 9.2, which was high,
Yeah.
And then we moved in, and I think it went to like 6%. And we were like $2,400 payment when we signed. When we moved in, it was, I think, like $1,700. And then we bought our second house, and the second house was $290,000. Interest rate was 1.9, and it was like $300 a month cheaper.
Crazy, eh?
Than that.
Real estate's a crazy ride. Crazy ride.
So do-over, yeah. In real estate, for me, I think real estate's a big do-over. I feel like I can be a lot more confident in my career now, and I can talk from experience, and it makes me feel, I don't know, it makes me feel better about it. Makes me feel better about being in real estate. I feel like I have a lot of experiences to share. Like when I talk to people, or when they're like, oh my God, you've had your license since when? I said, I got my license in 2000. Like I've been here for a while, just not here for a little bit, but I've been like buying, selling homes, doing
But
that sort of
that
thing.
experience never goes away. It never
dates. But when I started,
you just learn more.
Yeah, when I started, it was like, no, I felt like a dummy. I don't know. Not like I feel like a fraud. Not even like a dummy. Like I'm trying to sell real estate and
Green.
talk about very green. I remember this one client. He calls me and we ended up buying this townhouse. It's a really nice townhouse. I get a call from the lawyer, from him 3 days before. And he's like, Melissa, I forgot to get my mortgage. And I'm like, hey, you forgot to get a mortgage? I'm like, we didn't put conditions in there. He had a home to sell. He was selling his home through divorce. Anyway, I'm like, what? I feel like such a potato. Anyway, like,
I forgot to get a mortgage.
What the heck am I? I'm gonna, like, so scared. And he calls me. He's like, trying to deal with all these kids at the bank. They're like all under 25 years old. They don't know what they're doing. Like not like dealing with you. And I was like, buddy, if you knew I was 21. I'm like, man, oh man. So
that's hilarious.
It was. And I never forget that. And then after I told him, I'm like, do you even know how old I am? I'm like, no. And I said, well, I'm not going to tell you then. So you're going to be like, this lady's crazy. But yeah, I think the do-over for me has been real estate. Would I do anything over in life? I think we talked about it before. I'd like to do a lot of things over, but no. I wouldn't, because then I wouldn't be here today exactly who I am with the experiences I had. Good and bad. Right. Ups and downs.
It makes you who you are.
Yeah.
It may take you a while to figure that out, but it really makes you who you are.
I say that to my boys all the time. I'm like, it's okay. Like, you need to fail
forward.
Yeah.
Even if it's not necessarily failure. Like I look at my trauma, and it really it made me grow a backbone, because I was a very meek, mild kid.
I could never see that.
Thank you. I love that. But I was very, very timid, very shy.
Wow. Yeah, it probably made you a little...
Cat Morgan made me grow a lot of courage back in high school.
Fireball!
There wasn't Fireball there. Blue Carasso.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
Remember.
I don't know.
That Wildberry coolers. Mine
was Goldschlager.
Mm. Now, my father used to make homemade wine.
Oh.
And as a underage kid,
it's great.
It was. So he would store it in these big magnums, and they were in the crawl space. So I would sneak down in the crawl space, and you had to hunch right over, and it was on the back wall. So you had to like crawl to the back wall, and there were cases of them. And so I would take the top box off, and then I'd take the next layer off, and then the next layer I'd go to the bottom layer, because you got to drink a lot to get to the bottom layer. And I take out a magnum and I put them all back up, and then I go hide it in my closet. And that was and I would do funnels with this wine.
Oh my God.
I would do shots. Like I had no sense of control. So when my kids were going through, like, because, I didn't know.
No.
So yeah, many a bad stories. I remember this one time, Oh yeah, we were having a party, and I had way too much, and I'm kneeling on the ground, and my girlfriend is holding my big hair ponytail, and I'm getting rid of the wine, but I'm sneezing, so I'm hitting my chin on the toilet seat. And it was just such a disaster.
Sure, it's beautiful colors.
Oh my God, I can't even. Yeah,
One time I've really been drunk in my life. One time.
just once.
Just once. I can honestly tell you that. Like, really, really, really drunk. I was with my girlfriend, Monica. It was my maid of honor. We were at her house. She had a house way before anybody. And I remember just like drinks. They were just flowing. Boom. And I think she was all like, it was like Malibu at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that stuff is like
yeah.
dangerous, right? So Malibu and orange juice. Melissa, try Malibu and orange juice. Malibu and orange juice. Malibu and orange juice. Have another, sure. And I remember coming home. I must have been like, had to have been under 19. Had to have been, because she was a little bit older than me. And I remember just being in the bathroom and just getting rid of it. And my dad's like, are you okay? And I said, no. I said, I had some bad KFC. And I had worked at KFC prior, so it was even worse. That was my first job. And I'm like, oh, we ate KFC on Monica's. I don't think it was really good.
With me.
And I'll never, but my brother, he had no problems coming home. He was there in the bathroom. My dad was holding his head. I'm like, what the heck, Mike? I'm like, you tell them? He's like, oh, no. But no, one time.
Oh my God.
Listen, I do feel tipsy. Don't get me wrong. Like, wine is the worst. I'll drink wine and want to go to sleep. But no, one time I can honestly say I was not.
My funniest story is, and I don't think I've ever told my kids this, but so I went out to get my hair done on a Tuesday night. My mom's out of town.
That is party time.
And I had called my boyfriend at the time to pick me up after. And I don't know if we were actually dating or not yet. So he picked me up and he took me to his uncle's apartment. Okay, which, yeah, red flags go up right there. Should have known better. But we start drinking on a Tuesday night after getting my hair done. So it's like 9:30. I get home like at midnight on a Tuesday night. My dad was so pissed. I got the strap.
Oh my gosh.
But I was too drunk to know I got the strap. So I wake up in the morning and the back of my legs hurt. And I'm like, what? I thought that was a dream, but it was real. So my father, I mean, I will say I've heard my father cry twice in his life. And that was the first time I've heard him cry, was that night, because it took a lot for him to do that to me.
Yeah.
I needed it, like totally needed it.
I think sometimes we do need it.
We do. Like, it's
listen.
a Tuesday night and you're going to get your hair done. You come home at midnight drunk.
On a Tuesday. Nothing good happens after midnight, but nothing happens good on a Tuesday night. Never mind midnight. Nothing happens good after 8 o'clock on a Tuesday. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Funny. I look back and I think, oh yeah. So when my kid was a wild child, I was like, yeah, my mother's laughing.
Yep. It's payback. It's like karma, or it's like that life cycle. You're like, I did that to my parents. Now it's coming back. No, But
again, like, I wouldn't want to change. No. Like, of course, there's the incident that I would change for sure, right? Like, but again, it made me who I am.
Do over.
Right? And
not many of them.
Would you really want to change it?
I don't know. I think.
Okay, yes, I would. I would change that. I would hope that I would still grow a strong backbone without that.
Yeah, just may have taken different path, a little bit longer, a little bit different. But it does make you who you are, unfortunately, a situation like that. But no, do-over. Can I say my kids? No, I'm joking. No, I wouldn't even change that. Like, I wouldn't even change that.
Like, I feel changing following Sean, like when he moved from Sarnia to Windsor, that was a do-over for me. Changing jobs, changing friends, and then even moving here, following him again, changing career kind of thing. So I think you'll always have a little bit of do-over. Is it do-over? Is it just change? I
think it's just change. It's hard to say do-over. I think for me, we talked about it before. Me, I don't think I would change anything. yeah, I'd like to have more money. I'd like to have this. I'd like to have that. I would not have liked to spend money here. I would like to have tried this travel and not that travel, and maybe done like. But that's just knowing after the experience. That's not really. There's nothing I would ever do over. Wouldn't serve me today. Wouldn't make me who I am today. I wouldn't have been able to learn from that experience, good or bad. I wouldn't be able to talk from those experiences, good or bad, right? Because you learn a lot in those situations, whether they're good or bad. It just makes you a whole person today, right? I think so.
You've built up that.
And I tell my kids that, I'm like, don't ever regret anything in life. So I don't know, like, I think you're right.
Don't put out nude photos of yourself, so you're not gonna.
No comment. No comment. We'll just not talk about that one. Not me. No. I promise. But I don't know. No, don't send that text message or don't do this.
Which is like so different from when we grew up.
God,
thank goodness.
No kidding, man.
Like, I'm so glad any of my wild shenanigans were not caught on tape.
We only had like Polaroid cameras. That was like the craziest like real life situation I think you could see, right? Or like camcorder. But then you still like, I don't know. Were we ever in that situation where we could get stuff like... I don't think my parents knew a lot. They're not going to know a lot. Keep it at that. Like, I was a pretty good kid.
I was a good kid.
Of course you were a good kid.
I was just wild.
Yeah, but...
And I'm okay with that.
Makes you like who you're
exploring, right? That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
You want.
And I
kind
of wish my kid had that. My one... But I think both. I wish they both had that. Both my kids were in high school during COVID. So I wish Lucas had that. Lucas started in grade 9. COVID hit, out of school in March. Didn't go back till like end of grade 11, whatever it was. And then I'm like...
I get this story from Carter. Carter's my wild child. And he'll be like... He'll drop a little nugget of a story. Every now and again one will come out. I was like, oh, that's a great story. I love that. You got another one? No, you're not ready yet, Mom.
Was he really that wild, though?
Yeah, I'd say so. He's got some wild stories.
Man, he's such a good young man.
He's a good kid.
Like, to know him today, you'd never put 2 and 2 together.
I would always remind him when he was in high school, because him and I fought, like, right? Because we're two of the same personalities. Yeah, him and
I didn't know.
Sean used to say you're like 2 football players on the football field, and your helmets are locked, and
That's
neither
hilarious.
one of you is going to give
an
inch. And it was very true. It was very true.
You're not like that now.
No.
That's crazy.
But I used to say to him all the time, I said, I know you're really trying to be a badass kid, but you're a good kid. You have a kind heart.
I only remember one story you ever told me, Carter.
The house that we sold?
No, I remember. No,
unless you threw the party?
No.
So we sold.
No, I didn't know this.
Selby.
Yeah.
And it was closing like July 4th. I don't know if that was the day, but and it was like June 30th. Like, it was closing in 4 days. It was the end of the school year.
Oh, I didn't sell that house. That's probably why I didn't know.
That's probably why. So I'm sitting at the schoolyard, sitting in my van. I'm there early in my SUV, not in my van. I moved on from the van. But there was a white work van parked in front of me, and I'm sitting there, and I think I was on my phone waiting for school to finish. Carter is playing in the driveway behind me with his friend Nick, and they were hanging out all day. They were going over to friends. They were having a sleepover, all this stuff. Carter's grade 9, I think. I think he's grade 9. Maybe grade 10, but I think it's grade 9. And so I'm sitting there, and the guy backs into my car, and I'm like, hello? Could you not see a whole car parked behind you? Like, what? It's a cul-de-sac. Why on earth did you need to back up? So anyway, we exchanged numbers, and I'm like, I was so frustrated with that. So I found out later from my yoga instructor, she was like, if anything happens to you, like you get hit or, you trip or something like that, it's the universe trying to tell you, pay attention. You're missing something.
Oh my gosh.
Remember, Carter's in the driveway right behind me playing. Like, they're shooting hoops. Not playing. He'd be very mad at me if I said playing. Shooting hoops. They're shooting hoops. And so I, Bailey comes. I go home, blah, blah, blah. Later in the day, I text Dee. And I said, if the kids, like, I can come grab the boys, if they're over at Lauren's playing and, doing whatever. So I was like, okay. So then I text Lauren's mom later in the night. I'm like, oh, if the kids are still there, feel free to send them back to Nick's. And she's like, they're not here. She goes, give me a minute. She goes for a walk. She walks by our house that is completely empty, completely cleaned, ready to go in 4 days. And there's a big old party going on in the house.
I did not know that.
Yeah. He hired a bouncer who was a grade 12 kid.
That is even cooler. I'm sorry. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's smart.
He was parked in the garage, and he had gotten all the booze. They had gone out and got black lights and soap and toilet paper because there was nothing in the house.
Soap and toilet paper.
So they were all in the basement. They had blacked out the windows so people couldn't see, and they had this good old party going on. So this was probably around 8:30. And so
on a Tuesday night, no?
Yeah, I think this was a Friday. So, yeah, right? Like, hello, Karma. That's the do-over. Yeah, my kid. And so she texts me. She goes, I hate to tell you this, but there's a party going on in your house. And I'm like,
Donna, man, what did you do?
I'm like, that little fucker. That was probably what came out of my mouth. So I said to Sean, Carter's throwing a party in the house. I'm going to get him. And he says, nope, you wait here. I'm going.
No.
And I'm like, oh.
I don't see Sean doing that.
This kid is dead. Like, Sean was so mad, and very seldom.
I was going to say, I've never seen Sean mad, ever.
Ever. I could probably count on one hand how many times, and it's usually me that's made him mad. Crazy. So he goes, and I'm like pacing back and forth. I'm like, I can't believe this kid. What was he thinking? Like, what if someone falls down the stairs? What if something bad happens at this thing, right? Like, so of course there's like holes in the wall.
What?
Mm-hmm. Carpet's dirty. Mm-hmm. This is 8:30. Like, this was very early on.
That's nuts.
So they get home, and they're like laughing and joking when they come in the door. And I'm like,
Sean?
Yeah, and Carter. And I'm like, I'm steaming. Like, I am ready to rip the limbs off this kid. And they walk in the door, and Carter's like, gives me the hand up, and he keeps on walking, and I look at Sean, and I'm like,
what the hell, man?
Yeah, like what? Like why is he alive?
Yeah, why is he alive? Why is he not dead?
And he's like, we've discussed it, and we've come up with a plan, and we've sorted it out. And I'm like, oh, you shit, I need to be mad.
I know.
I need to be like, like no, me. Like, how many times have we told this kid? Like, no. So,
oh my God, I love it.
They went back, fixed the walls, cleaned the carpet. Carter and his friends, they did it. Sean was overseeing the whole situation.
So no second party broke out.
And I said, okay, we're going to look at his leadership skills and his organizational skills, because that's a lot for a kid to pull together this kind of
no kidding
creative environment.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was our.
Okay, but that's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
That's
like,
pretty cool. Smart
I will
kid.
say, as a mama, I was like super proud that my kid pulled
had
this
party.
off. I know.
You're like, I probably would have done the same thing.
I would have. My parents used to go away to a funeral in Windsor, and I had a party in the house.
I never had a party once in my house.
I did. Like at a funeral. That's pretty sad.
No, not really.
And then, to top it off, they come back. My girlfriend and I are there. We're a little bit tipsy. Again, we had access to the wine. A little bit tipsy. And we have to go to a Pathfinder meeting. We're like 16.
Yeah, what are you singing?
We're walking around. We're trying to get sober.
No way.
And I'm like,
coffee, water.
This is bad. This is bad. Yeah. So I was.
That's not the story I remember of Carter. I just remember him at the playground at St. Joseph's drinking. Oh. You said, you told me like he was at the left. They were on their bikes. They were at the playground drinking at that night or something. Yeah.
So, like, I joke all the time that I drank more before I was of age than I have ever since, which is kind of funny.
No.
But again,
you got it all in your
I was
system.
sorting it out. I was figuring all my stuff. And once I figured it out, then I'm like, yeah, right. Like, I don't need that. So as adults, Sean never drank. Funny. Sean is like, wine is the only thing that he drank. Probably not until he was like 35 on business trips. So
he doesn't drink either.
And so we had a cabinet full of booze that got drank and we didn't even know
Yeah.
because we never went in it.
I could see that.
And we found these water bottles, like, you know, the refillable water bottles after a sleepover party in down. Sean found it in his workout room and it smelled like booze. And we're like, what's this? And that was
Water
these
in, booze out.
kidlets going around accessing. So the lock went on. Therapy started. We got through all the things. Yes.
But they're not like, that's just growing up.
It is. It's
I don't think
out.
kids really
I just wasn't
have
expecting it like that young.
Yeah.
But it always happens, right? Like there's so much more information.
Not a timeline.
There's not. I was not prepared.
We were talking about vaping the other day, and Paul smoked forever, like since I dated him. And I remember Nathan started vaping when he was younger, and I think I talked to you about it. I was so livid, and he was like, no. And I remember Paul going in his room one day and pulling apart his room. He had like his desk, and he was like, he'd like kick the wall, and I thought it was playing video games. He kicked the wall, put a hole in it, and he was hiding all of his vapes in the wall. I was like, fucking kid, man. I'm like, Paul's like pulling 1, 2. He's like, well, there they all are. Like they were all in the wall. I'm like, this guy, man. Because we're dealing with something on the hockey team, same thing. But I'm like, what are you gonna do?
They're very ingenious.
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
it's so easily accessible for everything now.
Everything.
And everything is like glamorized through
Yes.
social media or through.
And as the parent, you're always the stupid one that knows nothing.
No, I know. And then
Right.
you're like, no, it's not my kid, not my kid. And I'm like, oh, not Nathan, and not Nathan. And now Nathan, I go in the car and Nathan vapes. Like he's also 22. That's his own, like,
Yeah.
I have to realize that he's an adult. He's making his own decisions. And you know what? It is what it is. But then Paul's the same. Like, what am I going to say? Like, they're no different.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't know about that.
Carter. It was so funny that
Bailey ever do anything crazy?
No, I remember the first time she got drunk and she was staying over at a friend's.
See her getting drunk.
I know. It was such a shock. And I picked her up the next day and I was like, oh my God, you're hungover.
Oh, you knew.
Right away. Like she goes, I know, Mom. I don't want to talk about it. And she went up and she went to bed. And I text her, oh my God, your sister's hungover.
Now we're talking about it. Okay, now we're talking about the other family member. Nathan more so than Lucas, and I think because Lucas plays sports. But like even a little while ago, we went out for dinner. Lucas was going through something, and Paul's like, let's just go to dinner. So we went out to dinner, and then Paul ordered like flights of margaritas.
Yeah.
I'm like, who are those for? He goes, that guy. Let's get him drunk. Need to calm that guy down. And he's like, really? And I think that's the most I've ever seen him drink. He had like 3, like they were smaller shots or whatever,
Yeah.
but margaritas. But Nathan, yes. Nathan will go out and like, he'll like, I'm going to drink tonight. He'll take an Uber or he'll have Lucas drop him off or whatever it is. Or if he's going somewhere, he stays where he is. But Nathan's very open and honest with things. He's like, no, I've only like smoked weed once or something. He goes, I didn't really like the way it made me feel. He goes, I don't drink beer because it hurts my stomach. I only drink, what's a whiskey sour? Whiskey. He drinks whiskey. I don't know. Is that Jack Daniels?
I think Jack is a form of whiskey.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what he usually drinks. So I'm like, whatever. But very rare.
And Bailey was like that. Like Carter was the party kid. Bailey, it was very rare. And she would have lots of friends over, but it was not like Carter would have friends over and the floor was sticky and everything was messy. and I'm like, could you guys just be clean?
Yeah.
Like I'm
clean
fine.
party.
Like I'm fine that you're here. I love that you're here. And yeah,
That's
like
nice.
don't be idiots.
Are you the parent that had the kids over all the time?
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
They felt comfortable there. I like that. I came down one time and they're having this ping pong party. Like they're playing ping pong and all the girls are in their bikinis. I came down and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go up and get my bikini on now so I can come play ping pong with you guys. And Carter's eyes, I think, rolled back in his head. He's like, Mom? I was like, I'm just joking.
Good for you, because I'd be like, what the fuck's going on down here, man? No.
It was like I was much more happy with.
It's always nice, right?
Right. Like I knew they were safe. And that's the thing.
I feel like my kids never have anybody over. Like my kids are like, I'm like Nathan in the house right now has like the whole basement. There's like a living room, bathroom, his bedroom. It's like a whole apartment. I'm like, why don't you have people over? This living room is massive. Like it's huge. I don't know. It's like living room, dining room size, all one. She's like, yeah, okay, whatever. My kids are like, whatever. I'm like, whatever. They don't really do like that. Like, Nathan will go out, but he says no a lot. He's like, I'm not going out tonight. I don't want to go out. Like, one time I'm like, aren't you supposed to be going out? He's like, yeah, I'm kind of tired. I'm just going to stay home. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Or Lucas, I find, will go out and do more now than he has before. But Lucas is always on the ice. So you kind of feel for him in that situation. Like, he's committed like to hockey and training and that sort of stuff. So when he goes out, I'm like, go out and have fun. Like, go do something. I don't know what he does. He goes to the movies or something.
Billy had friends over once, and it was wintry. I remember that. And they went out walking in the woods because we were close to one of the trails. And they all came back. And Sean and I will go to bed. And sometimes the pizza guy will wake us up, right? Because they've all ordered pizza and they're in the basement. They can't hear it. But often we're just gone to bed. They're up till 2, 4 in the morning, whatever. So I wake up at some point and I get this text from one of her friends, Michael, and it says, we've looked all over, but we don't know where Bailey is. And I'm like,
what?
I know, right? That is not a text you want to wake up to. And I'm like, oh my God.
She in bed?
Well, I get up and she is in bed at that point. And I'm like, okay, I found her. And so because I know he was worried about it, right? And then turns out the next day I was like, okay, what happened? Because like they were all looking for you and they couldn't find you.
Yeah.
She had gone into the car. She had fallen asleep in the car, in the back seat of the car, while they were out walking in the woods. And I don't know what she was doing.
She's like, I ain't going in the woods.
But she fell asleep in the car, and then they had no idea where she was. And then when she woke up, she's like, why am I in the car? So she went in the house and crawled into bed. It was like...
Good for her.
Oh my
She's
God.
like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going in the woods in the winter. I'm going to sleep all day.
Yeah, so it was kind of funny.
Oh, my kids know.
So every time she was
my
like,
kids have no
hey,
fun
no
stories.
sleeping in the car.
My kids never got to be kids because of COVID.
That's so true.
Like, Lucas never got to be
so
a kid.
True.
Like, I always tell him, like, you went back to school in grade 12 and then, like...
Yeah.
Like, you didn't do anything. Like, there's no social skills. Like, there was no sports. Like, at least if he was playing sports during that time, we probably would have done a lot more with, the guys. But they were home. Like, Lucas was home every day. Like, grade 10 and 11. Like, half of 9, all of 10, almost all of 11. And you're like... You did nothing. Like, that's like, those are the stories that you make you who you are. That's where you learn yes and no.
Those development years.
That's like where you like make friends and you have stories to tell in the future. My kids have no stories. Like, they're both in high school and COVID. Like, Nathan's graduation was, we drove up to the front of the school and he walked out of the car and he shook his teacher's hands and got back in my car. I was his grad. Like, sad, right?
It is sad. Yeah.
It is sad, and I feel bad because I'm like, that's why when Lucas says to me, like, I'm like, I want to finish playing hockey. I'm like, finish playing hockey, work, enjoy those times, like, go out, go do something with your friends. We had hockey Friday night. We went to the casino after. Oh my God, it was hilarious. So Paul's so lucky when he goes. He won like $175. My girlfriend was there. She won like $250. Her son was there, who's Lucas' teammate. He won $150. The husband lost money. Her husband lost money. And Lucas and I lost $36 combined because Paul won all the money. So Lucas is sitting there. We gave Lucas $50 to play, right? And we didn't expect him to whatever. Yeah. So he's playing. He's getting mad. I'm like, why are you getting mad? He's like, because I'm not winning anything. I'm like, yeah, but at least you're losing your dad's money, not yours. He's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. But it was nice, like, doing more stuff with him now. And it's having them older now, it's fun. Like, I find it fun. Like, I find they're at a good age where we can talk and we can be open and we can be honest. Not that I wasn't before, but there's a lot more real conversations.
I wonder if our parents felt like this, like, as we got older. Oh, now I like them again.
Well, I would have them up until about 18 months, and then you could take them all the way away till about 18. There's that age for boys that just gets me. And I think as I babysat young, like I babysat starting at 11 years old, and I always babysat boys. I babysat 2 boys next door. I babysat 3 boys down the street. And they're just...
I hated babysitting.
Oh.
With a passion. I hated it.
Oh my God, I babysat all the time. I babysat Friday night and Saturday.
But my kids are so lucky they made it through.
I love babysitting, but it's like, freaking how many Star Wars can you watch? And I hated Star Wars. There's one family, they used to watch Star Wars every single time I babysat. Oh, what does Nathan watch? Fucking Star Wars all the time. I'm like, oh my God, this
Your
guy.
kids big Harry Potter fans?
No. No, I think I'm more a Harry Potter fan, but only number one, the first one. I love the first one. It's so magical. Didn't really like it's I don't know. I find as they got older, there's different stories, like it's different storylines. But I found the first one always so magical. I could watch that one over and over again. It's like when Harry learns, and you're like, oh, he's going through the wall and gets the wand. But when we did go to, say Florida, we didn't go to Florida. We went to California. What's it called? Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And they have like the Harry Potter. They have like
they have one in California too. Oh, I haven't been. It's on my to-do list. I really want to go see it.
So we've been to Florida and what is that? Disney World.
Yeah.
It was good. We went to Disneyland in California. Disneyland in California is much smaller, much more intimate. And I said, I want to go to Universal. So we went to Universal and we bought the VIP pass. It is the best VIP pass you will ever spend your money on. You get catered lunch. You get a special car that drives you around to every ride.
How fun is that?
Yeah, like you really get treated like high roll. You get front of the line. And Harry Potter, like the world just came out. Oh my gosh, it was like we got front of the line of everything. But it was so cool. Like you go into this little room and they open the door and it's the library, and then you get to pick your wand and your wand picks you, and then you use that wand through the whole world to like do things. Like
that's
it's just
so cool.
magical. And that's what like the first one always reminds me of. Your kid's maybe a little bit older, that's why.
Carter loved, he read all the Harry Potter books.
Oh, my kids don't read. They don't know how. No, I'm joking.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But his Bailey is a huge Harry Potter fan.
Oh,
she has her own
then.
Harry Potter Christmas tree. She has the candles that hang. Yeah, like she's
like
super,
that. Like I love that.
And we had tickets that first year after things opened up for COVID, and we got to Florida, and then we all tested positive for COVID, so we couldn't go to Disney because we were gonna do Disney and then do the Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think
at the same
Universal.
time. Yeah, but
right?
It's right next door to it.
Yeah. See, I didn't do Universal in Florida, but I did it in California, and by far I would do Universal over Disney, but with my boys at least, because at that time there was Transformers, which was Nathan was all about Transformers. Maybe Indiana Jones too.
I love Indiana Jones. That's
and
amazing.
then Simpsons. And then
I hate the Simpsons.
I'm not a Simpsons person either, to be honest with you.
I
can't believe it's still on. Oh, my kids.
I never let the kids watch the Pineapple Under the Sea.
Oh, what's SpongeBob? I'm not a cartoon person.
I love cartoons, but I wouldn't. They were like, "Mom, why can't we?"
No.
I said, "'Cause he's mean."
No, my cousin loved them.
Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo.
But I think cartoons, like for our generation, were different too. Like I watched them when I was younger.
Funny,
like
you watch them and they're like so inappropriate.
Oh my God, I know, right? So bad. Saturday morning, was it Sunday morning, Looney Tunes? Then you have the ones in the morning like Hercules, Herc, like those, like, right?
Yeah.
Barbapapas. Do you remember the Barbapapas?
No.
Oh my God, look the Barbapapas up. They were like blobs, and it's like Barbapapa. Anyway, such a weird one. I watched more when I was younger, but not when I was older. Not at all. Yeah. I like movies like Toy Story.
Yes.
Like Nemo. Like those kind of cartoon movies. But I'm not a like let's watch cartoon person.
Even the adult cartoons, I'm not.
Oh my God, what a waste of space for me. I can't even process that half the time. Horseman, whatever it's called. I'm like, I don't need. It's like they're so funny. My kids are big anime people though. Don't understand it. They love it. Love it. They watch their own anime channel. They know this. I'm like, good on you.
Funny, totally inappropriate, but funny thing. My first introduction to anime was we were in Italy and we were trying to find something on the stations. It was a freaking anime porno channel. And I'm like, what on earth are we watching? Like, this is, oh my God, change that channel. Like, yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm like, that was my first introduction to anime. No. So now I'm like, no, I'm not watching.
No, funny. No, I'm not. Cartoons are not my thing. Paul loves cartoons, so you can watch all cartoons. I don't know. I don't have patience for it. I don't know what it is. Sorry.
What drives you nucking futz about saying no?
It's hard to do.
The guilt.
Yeah. For me, it's just hard to do. And I don't know if it's the guilt. Like I said, I'm a yes person. I'm a people pleaser. Easy to say yes. So for me, it's just the hardest thing is not. being able to say no all the time and knowing that I should say no. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do that. And then I'm like,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I agree.
Do it.
We got to get better at it.
We will. Hey, more
You
experience,
just
more
must
life.
say no. No, I'm not going to.
I will. I promise. I will. I promise I'll do it. No, take it slow. Learn from it. Read about it. Learn about it. There's so much, right? Like if you read about even that, saying no, talking about it, being able to tell your kids no, right? And I think that comes from our experiences, and we go through all of that.
It's not always easy, but it's necessary.
Yeah. And say no.
Yeah.
To teach
Just
dads
say
to
no.
know.
What
I was
was
gonna
that?
say,
Yeah.
just say no to drugs, right?
Yeah.
They said they taught your kids that. They taught us that when we were younger. We can't say no to anything. Say yes to everything else, just not drugs.
Just say no.
Thank you for joining us today at the Nucking Futz podcast.
If you like this podcast, please share by liking and subscribing. Feel free to leave any comments and reach us at hello@thenuckingfutz.com.
Just a reminder, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. If you are struggling, know that you are not alone. Please reach out for professional help.
You can join our newsletter at thenuckingfutz.com to follow our journey. Looking for Donna at work? You can find her great leggings and leisure wear as well at She's Got Legs.
Looking for me, Melissa Hall? You can reach me at Brag About It Jewelry or I am Melissa Hall for real estate.